Go ahead. The Highland Fire Station was completed last summer. It was a complete historic restoration of the exterior. You can see in this photo new copper flashings. The dome has been redone. Even the grasshopper on top of the weather vane's been refurbished, though it doesn't quite show in that picture. Most significantly, in terms of the function of the building, the front doors were dropped 18 inches, which required pushing the floor level down, regrading the front, so that we can accommodate the newest equipment in the department. There you see it from the inside. These are the day rooms. The kitchen upstairs, these spaces were completely gutted and rebuilt. New exercise room. Nice bunks. Before I get to Central, the Highland Station has been submitted for LEED Silver certification. That's Leadership in Environmental and Energy Design, which was a goal of the town meeting set some number of years ago. Certification should be in hand momentarily. The reviewers are actually past their deadline for the stated time of getting back to us. Central Station is not entirely complete. We've redone the exterior to provide protection from the weather, which was our #1 concern, and we had a safety issue. Whoops, can you go back one? The parapets along the top, we had some large stones that were falling off. That's all been resecured, reflashed, and a new roof. So the building is now tight, and we'll have to wait a few more years till we get funding for the interior. But keep going. You can see the interiors need some help. It certainly is not quite as fine as the Highland. Good. But the two projects combined had a budget of $5 million. We came in about $150,000 under that. We move on now to the community safety building. Last year we completed phase 1 of the project, which was a restoration of the plaza between the community safety and the Arlington Housing Authority building. The Housing Authority contributed funds to landscape and put some furniture out on the plaza. And it was recently dedicated to Brian Greeley, who was chairman of the Housing Authority Board and a great supporter of this project. We're currently underway with phase 2, which is the most difficult piece of the work. Last fall, we spent a lot of time and money looking at the envelope of this building to determine the cause of the leaks that have been plaguing this for many years now. Keep going. We hired basically a forensic engineering team to go through this building tooth and nail. Keep going. Look at all the roofing conditions. We did extensive water testing. These are rigs that basically spray the facade of the building in about 20-foot square foot segments, so you can go over the whole facade and really, pinpoint the areas of concern. That project cost us $85,000, and we are now ready to go with phase 2B, which is the construction work to actually do the repair. We had our bids come in April. The low bidder unfortunately withdrew. There was a mistake in his numbers. One of the other sub-trades was significantly higher than we had anticipated, so we actually rebid that. And given the complexity of the work, the committee decided to invest more in on-site supervision during construction. So we upped our budget considerably for that, and basically the forensic engineer will be on site daily during construction, because as they open up the building, they have to close it up as they go. So if you're not there every day, you really can't tell what you're getting. And that project will be before you in the special town meeting under Article 6. It's about $2.9 million. And in subsequent years, we will get onto the interior. Stratton School has been a major success. As you may recall, Phase 1 was completed last year. It was ADA upgrades for handicap accessibility, a new roof, repairing some masonry. As we came to the end of that project, we were made aware through the diligence of Adam Chapdelaine and the school department that there was a grant program from the state MSBA for green school repair. So we hustled to get in line for that. We had to increase our scope of work to meet some of the state requirements. We also had to increase our budget to include new students coming in from the Thompson School for this year. So the total project cost went from $2.4 million to 2.5 plus or minus. But the upside is, through the MSBA and utility reimbursements, the town has gotten back over $700,000. So the net savings to the town is $600,000 and change. And I would like to in addition to the school department and the town manager's office, I would like to thank the finance committee for their flexibility in helping us get through what was basically a cash management issue, where we had to find money from other accounts to cover the overage while we waited for the reimbursements to come in. And lastly, I'll talk about the Thompson School. There is a Thompson School Building Committee, which includes all members of the Permanent Town Building Committee, plus other appointed members from the community and other town departments. We've been working diligently for over almost 2 years now. As you may know, last fall the old school was demolished. Final design was completed in February. We received bids in March. The low bid was about $500,000 below our estimate. So we're feeling pretty good about that at this point, because in the other school projects, the biggest unknown has been what do we find when we demolish the old building. But that's behind us now, so we're starting from a clean site, 15-month schedule, and we should have kids back in there raring to go fall of 2013. In light of the this is easy. In light of the good news on the bidding, the Thompson School Committee voted no action on Article 7 of the special town meeting, which we had inserted under the possibility that the bids might come in high. Lastly, I'd like to bring you up to date on some personnel changes. Chief Jefferson has stepped down from the committee now that we're through with the initial phases of the fire stations. We will welcome him back when we pick up the central again. And I would like everybody, excuse me, everybody in this room should know what a terrific job he's done on behalf of the town. The savings that we made on this project are 100% his doing. Rob Usla has stepped off the committee this year and recently been replaced by Alan Reedy, longtime town meeting member, who we look forward to working with in the coming years. And lastly, I do have a bit of sad news. A few months ago, Bill Shea, who's been the heart and soul of this committee for many years, was diagnosed with cancer. He had an operation a few months back. He's now in chemotherapy, and I'm sure he would be delighted to hear from anybody in the room who's crossed paths with him over the years. Thank you.